top 10 SNES games, man. Our top 10 Super Nintendo games. Our
Yes,
personal
sir.
top 10. Now, not what we think is the best. It's like our personal top 10. Let's put that out there. So if you have a list for us, go ahead and comment for us,
Yes.
and then we'll actually read it out. We'll actually read it out for you, man.
Hell yeah.
We'll do
I
that.
would love to hear somebody else's top 10. And I would love to hear how hard it was for them to get that top 10 because, bro, this has been being tweaked in real time.
Yes, in real
In
time.
real time.
Like I might tweak it as I see the list too. That might
Same,
happen.
bro. I just got to see how I feel, bro.
So let's get it cracking.
All right, man. You want to go first? We do same format last time?
Yeah.
I went first last time, so you go first this time. What's your number 10?
Ooh, okay. All right, number 10. Number 10.
He said, ooh.
Star Fox.
Okay. Star
What you
Fox.
think?
Why you put that in a man?
Uh-oh.
Well,
See,
if Star Fox was at number 10, I can't wait to hear the rest of yours.
I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming, dog.
Because Star Fox is a banger, bro. Star Fox is a banger.
It's
That's
a definite.
certified
It's a
best goat.
definite goated for sure. That's my number 10.
Wow.
And
Woo.
I'm upset with myself, but I trust me. This was a hard list, bro. It was a hard.
I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, what you got? What you got for your number 10?
My number 10 is Top Gear 2. It was a racing game, and I just remember really, really like playing the shit out that game
Okay.
for hours. I mean, it was nothing crazy. It was similar to if you can. It was like it was the closest to a simulation racer you can get at the time, right? So if you can think Gran Turismo as like an old SNES game, that's what Top Gear 2 was. And I remember like just having mad fun with that shit.
I respect that. Top Gear. I did play that. I did have that. And I did play a little bit of that Top Gear. Now again, for the listeners, if we do lag, apologize. We're not in our central location. We out here on assignment. But if you have your top 10 Super Nintendo games, like you can go with us. Like we just named our number 10, so you name your number 10. I know y'all gonna be tweaking. So number 9. Castlevania Dracula X.
Really? Well, okay. So what was your memory playing that game?
That was the one that had blood in it, and I felt like a Castlevania. Yeah, I felt like that was a Castlevania game. That was a true Castlevania game because I feel like if you playing a Castlevania game, it got to be blood in there somewhere, right? So, and Dracula X was definitely, you know what I'm saying? Now, Super Castlevania 4 though, that was like goated for sure, and I had to decide between one or the other, and I went with Dracula X because of how violent it was. You know,
yeah. Because of how violent.
Not everybody caught that. Not everybody got the violence.
Right. It wasn't like that back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like there were games that were like mature. Obviously there was. Well, I guess Doom and Quake were after that, but like not too far off. But like at that time, games with blood in it were like few and far between.
Yeah, especially for Super Nintendo.
Especially for Super Nintendo. All right, I got Fatal Fury for my number 9.
So what's your number 9?
Fatal Fury.
Wait a minute, say that one more time.
Fatal Fury is my number 9.
Wow. Wow. Dang.
What? What?
Wow.
You feel like that
This
should
my
be
boy put.
you feel like that should be like further down on the list?
Nah, it just I wasn't expecting that to be on your top 10 though. I wouldn't expect Fatal Fury to be there.
Really?
Yeah, because Fatal Fury, King of Fighters, and stuff like that. That's Neo Geo. But Fatal Fury did end up going on Super Nintendo because they did like a cross port type of thing. So,
oh yeah,
and I remember playing that. So respect. It just took me by surprise because I was like, oh shit, Fatal Fury on this list, and that's the furthest thing from my mind. Dang.
For real?
Okay.
Bro,
Yeah, that was
the Duck King. The Duck King was my guy, and Terry Bogard. Terry Bogard was obviously my dude. But yeah, Duck King, bro, I fucks with him.
I figured he was a Duck King player. I don't know how I figured that out. I knew he like this is Duck King guy, man.
Yeah, I'm a Duck King guy, bro. I'm a Duck King guy. But Fatal Fury was my shit, bro.
That's what's up. My number 8, Killer Instinct.
Ooh. Yes,
Killer
sir.
Instinct,
yeah, I like that one.
I
like Killer Instinct. Bro, Killer Instinct was crazy.
Yes.
What was you did you used to play with anybody?
My main was Cinder, and my other alternate was Jago. I really wanted to learn how to play with Combo, but because of the name, but I could never really get his move sets right. But Cinder was the easiest one to use the Ultra Combo on because I think it was like forward, and then he'll pull off the Ultra Combo. I was like, okay.
And Jago was a dude with the white mohawk, right?
No, that's Thunder. But
oh, Jago was a dude that was in the blue in that blue ninja suit.
Yep, that's him. That's Jago.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Jago.
That's Jago.
Look at me. I'm about to tweet this list again, dog. About to tweet this list again. God dang it.
So the Killer Instinct was like a lot like Mortal Kombat. Like a lot. It looked almost identical to Mortal Kombat, just so everybody like if they can't put their finger on which fighter that was, it looked very, very similar to Mortal Kombat. Much like how Fatal Fury looked like Street Fighter.
Yeah. Like with Killer Instinct, like especially in the 16-bit world where 16-bit was pretty much owned by Capcom and Midway with Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter. You know, Killer Instinct just say, "Hey, move the fuck out the way. I'm here too." Like, and we about to slap some music on this thing. We got to put some combos on this thing, and combos was really the focal point on that. Like, you was beating the straight piss out of people.
The dog shit.
Easily. Like, let me tell you something. Rare Studios was in their bag during the 16-bit era. They were in their bag.
You said Rare Studios was in their bag right there.
Easily, they were in their bag, man.
Oh,
they were in their bag.
Yeah. Killer Instinct was good. Killer Instinct was good. That was your number. What was that? That was your number 8.
That was my number 8. What's your number 8?
Super Mario Kart.
Okay.
Super Mario.
Listen,
Kart.
At this point, I don't care. Well, I fully understand.
Bro, I mean, like the world would never be the same after that.
You want to know what's crazy?
What?
Okay, so I had Mario Kart, right? But I didn't truly vibe with it until later.
Yeah?
Yeah, I played Mario Kart. Don't get me wrong.
At that time, that was my racing game of choice. No doubt. Like, yeah, Top Gear was cool. I mean, F-Zero was all right, but that was my game. And when you remember when the Crash Bandicoot Championship Racing game came out?
Oh yeah, CTR. Yeah.
Yeah, CTR, bro. Bro, I loved CTR. I know we're getting off subject there, but like, I like those. I like those type racing games. I've always
But
liked those
wait
type
though.
racing games.
See, I got a legit question though. Before we go further in this list, what is truly better though? And I don't want you to think about this: Diddy Kong Racing or Mario Kart. Like success aside, what was truly better?
Yeah.
Got him. Got this man thinking.
uh, I mean, I feel like the worlds were better in Diddy Kong Racing,
Uh-huh.
Donkey Kong Racing. I feel like the worlds were better. I feel like it looked a little bit cleaner, but I feel like Mario Kart had the better mechanics.
Okay. I respect that. I respect that.
You know what I'm saying? So I
Yeah.
feel like if Donkey Kong Racing had better mechanics and like more shit you can do during the race like you could in Mario,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I think that could have easily been a better game.
Yeah. I respect that. I respect that. All right.
Be
My
it
number
Mario.
7.
Yeah.
My number 7. I feel like this can be switched out. But I'm gonna stick to my guns. I gotta think, man.
My man put Star Fox at number 10, bro.
But you know what? Killer Instinct though, for number 7, I got Donkey Kong Country 2. Diddy Kong Quest.
Okay. That's a good game, bro. That's a good game.
Told you, Rare was in their bag.
In the bag, bro.
Rare was in the bag. Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy Kong Quest. Like, Rare put Donkey Kong back to the forefront because the only Donkey Kong we knew at that point in time was like, Mario climbing, saving the princess. Yeah. But this put Donkey and Diddy and Dixie like another platformer deal. Like the graphics was crazy, Mode 7 and all that. And I was like, yo, this is wow. And it was challenging. It was challenging. So I really did like that.
That was facts. And you're right. You could play that game for like weeks.
Yeah.
And just have fun with it. And you could run it back and it's still fun. That's one thing about that game. Its playability was really, really high. I'm not sure why. Yeah. Maybe you just didn't have a lot to choose from. But like that was something that I didn't mind playing over and over again because it was fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt.
My number 7 is I got Mega Man X or Mega Man 10. I don't know what you. Wait, what?
No, go. Hey, go off. Because you don't want to know why? You want to know why?
Why?
Because my Mega Man S is my number 6.
Oh yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, that happened last time too, didn't it? I don't remember what it was, but I forget what it was. But yeah. Mega Man X, bro. That shit was fire, bro.
Yes.
That's actually one of my favorite Mega Man games. Period.
Mm-hmm. The X series was crazy, man. Especially with Zero, and it wasn't the same old because it was Sigma. You had to fight Sigma instead of like Dr. Wily, and it was like you can slide, you can scale the walls. You had more movement. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So there was one point where Mega Man was sitting like this right here. He couldn't duck. So
you had to eat that. You got to take that. You got to take that. No Diddy.
No Diddy.
No Diddy. All right, so Mega Man was your number 6.
Yeah.
My number 7. So I go again, right?
Yeah.
My number 6 is going to be Chrono Trigger. you can't act like that when you tell me Star Fox is number 10, bro. Don't
But you put
don't
your
give me.
oh my god. Number you hold up, yo. That was your number what?
6.
That was your number 6. Chrono
Yeah.
Trigger's your number 6.
Yeah. Is that your number
Oh
5?
no, it's not. It's not. No. Hey,
Yo.
go and tell him about Chrono Trigger, man. Go and tell him about it.
Oh, you people don't know about Chrono Trigger?
Hey, I hope they do because unfortunately, it's not on the Switch. It's not on the Switch, and I don't think it's on
Oh man.
I don't think it's on the Super Nintendo Mini either. But I
So-
modded mine, so I have both. So it don't matter.
So Chrono Trigger is a turn-based platform game. A lot like Final Fantasy VI, I guess.
Yeah.
But Chrono Trigger is the story in Chrono Trigger is crazy. It's
Very.
great, and the fighting mechanics again is turn based. I know a lot of people don't care for turn based stuff. I don't mind it so much. I actually love it, and Chrono Trigger was probably the first. That was my first turn based fighter, and that was my first one that took my attention away from Zelda. Chrono Trigger took it away from Zelda. Zelda eventually came back into the picture later on, but Chrono Trigger was that shit, bro.
Yeah. I'm gonna speak on Chrono Trigger a little bit later.
Yeah.
Damn. Number 6. God damn.
Yeah. All right.
So,
okay, so I guess that's a little bit further up on your list. So I guess yeah. All right. What's your number 5?
It is. My number 5 is Earthbound.
I don't think I played Earthbound.
Wow. So, in a way, I kind of get why. So, Earthbound is part of the trio of matter of fact, I can't even say the trio. I would say the quad. The quad of greatest RPGs on Super Nintendo. Because it wasn't advertised really well. But once people started to play it, it was like, oh shit, this is like one of the best RPGs of our time. That Earthbound is a really, really good RPG. That I know is on the Super Nintendo Mini. I highly encourage you to play Earthbound. Earthbound is really good. If you heard of Undertale before on Switch,
Hold on, bro. I think I know where Earthbound is. Is that the one that's like Pokemon? It kind of looks like Pokemon.
sort of, but you playing a kid and you trying to like fight aliens, but you're like a regular kid and you. But it's
like
really good.
It's the same thing. Like it's like the same. Like you walk around and then you get into random fights and then you got to fight the aliens and it's turn based and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
The story is really good.
I don't remember the story. I don't even remember playing it. I think I played it like at a friend's house or some shit like that.
Yeah. Man. Whew. Yeah, but Earthbound is on number 5 though. I feel like it's in a good little spot right there.
Like short cliff note. Like what was the story behind that?
Basically you just a normal everyday kid, aliens come and take over, and you basically try to like pretty much win the day. And it's made by a studio called Mother. And if you ever heard of Undertale, which is I think it's on the Switch. Undertale is very, very, very similar to that. And I think it spanned over 5 years. And it sets in the 90s. So there's a lot of 90s tropes in it.
Mm-hmm.
And you play a kid named Ness. And he investigates a nearby meteor crash with his neighbor Pokey. And, you find his neighbor's brother Picky.
Mm-hmm.
and they found that the alien force Gigas, that's the name of the alien force, has enveloped and consumed the world in hatred and consequently turned animals, humans, and objects into malicious creatures. So you got to beat Gigas.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, so it's pretty good, like a normal everyday kid. That could be a movie technically. Um,
Yeah.
I mean it can be, but what's your number 5?
My number 5 is Secret of Mana.
I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it. I'm not
Secret of
mad at
Mana.
it.
So Secret of Mana, it's like you play as Randy, who finds a sword and goes like on this quest to restore like the declining power of mana to the world,
Yeah,
right? So there's like a world of secret mana, and that thrives on the power of mana, which is like a mystical energy source from an ancient civilization, and it was misused to create the mana fortress, which was like a weapon that angered the gods, leading to
yeah.
like this big war. And really, it's just the story of Randy trying to just restore um, positive mana back to the world, and destroy the fortress. So it was a fire game.
And it was co-op too. Like
It
you can
was
actually pick up
co-op.
a second controller and go to work with your partner.
Mhm.
Um, I will say Secret of Mana is not on my list, and I was trying to find a place to put it on my list, and that was one of
Mhm.
the things that pissed me off. So
Yeah, yeah, I feel you. I feel you, bro. You couldn't get them all.
I couldn't get them on there because of what I got for the rest of the way, and I was like,
Hmm.
I you know, I'm mad, but I wasn't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Ooh, my number 4,
yeah.
Final Fantasy 6. Final Fantasy 6.
Final Fantasy 6 and Chrono Trigger. I had to pick one of them, and I picked Chrono Trigger. But
Uh
yeah,
huh.
Final Fantasy 6 was good.
I think you had 12 or 14 playable characters on that, and it was the final Fantasy game that was on Nintendo exclusively.
Mhm.
And when I tell you, like, man, to this day, I keep saying it, to this day, that is the best Final Fantasy game. Period. Like, people, I know people look at Final Fantasy 7 because Final Fantasy 7 was my gateway technically,
Yeah.
um, into like the inner realms of RPGs or whatever. But me going back to Super Nintendo and playing Earthbound and Final Fantasy 6, I'm like, 6 is better. Like,
Yeah,
it's just better.
yes. A lot of people will agree with that too. A lot of people say that Final Fantasy 6 is the best of all of them. A lot
Yeah.
of people will say that.
Yeah, and it's like, nah, man, you all these crazy graphics. I'm like, nah, damn the graphics. Like, nah, because it's like, for Super Nintendo, like every bit of power that Super Nintendo had, Final Fantasy 6 stretched all of that out. Like that thing looked cinematic, and if they went out on the bang,
Mhm.
they went out on the bang, because it was the last
Facts.
one that was not 3D, and it was the first one that was steampunkish, and like, and it had a true bad guy in Kefka, and there was no redeeming qualities about this bad guy. So if
Right.
if you never played Final Fantasy 6, Geek Corner, go play Final Fantasy 6. And now
Fire
sometimes it's called
game.
Final Fantasy 3,
Oh
but
yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
really, yeah.
It's 6. I don't. What's up with that? That's dumb.
Yeah, that is dumb. Because there was other Final Fantasy games that came out in Japan, and so we weren't,
Oh, I got you.
at some point, I think we weren't
We
subjected
weren't
to that.
included.
Yeah, and later we were. So
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
I still call it Final Fantasy 6 because it sounds better.
Facts.
Yeah, so yeah.
That's respectable. That's a respectable number 4.
What you got? Your number 4?
For number 4, I got Star Fox. Right. And I put that so far up on the list because it was one of the first games that like utilized like 3D, polygon graphics on a home console,
Yeah.
right? And so that was like groundbreaking for the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so it was like a on the rail shooter, and it was like easy to like get. You know what I mean? Like it was easy to grasp the mechanics of it. So
Yeah.
like I like that, and it was cool because you had to like navigate through like different kinds of terrains, dodge obstacles, blast enemies. You know,
Yep. I think he was on mute.
yeah. Sorry, I thought it was really dope.
Yeah. Yeah. Star Fox was different. That was I used to play like shoot 'em ups all the time. And I still do. I still play shoot 'em ups all the time. But Star Fox was just, dude. What was that character that always get chased by somebody? He always had bogeys on him, man, and he always had to save his ass, and he interrupts your shit.
I don't remember. I don't remember who that was.
Was it a frog? I think it was the frog that always gets shot. Like, hey, I need help. I got bogeys on me. And I was like,
Yeah, shut the fuck up, bro. I ain't saving you, bro. I always gotta save you.
right.
Krillin, you a
Like,
Krillin ass, man. You a Piccolo.
I'm out here losing my wing for you. It's like,
Yeah.
like, but
You a Piccolo.
ooh. So now we get to the nitty gritty. Now we get to that top three right there.
We in that top
getting
three.
there.
Oh,
Getting
man.
there. My number 3,
All right, man. Yeah.
Super Metroid. You forgot about that one, didn't you?
I didn't. I did not forget about that. I did
Okay.
not forget about that. However, it did
Uh-huh.
not make my list.
What?
It did not make my list.
No, Metroid didn't make your list, dog.
It didn't.
Wow.
I like Metroid. Metroid is cool,
Wow.
but it did
Wow.
not make my list.
Like, so Geek Corner Man, for you guys, Metroidvania, that whole phrase, that was Metroid for regular Nintendo, but that thing is dated. I don't think nobody go back and play it. But Super Metroid though, like people speed play this thing to this day to see how fast they can finish this game out. But Super Metroid was just different because it made you feel alone as you play the game, and it wasn't like a whole lot of music, but at the same time you want to discover everything and want to find everything and find different weapon sets and stuff like that. Like that one, to me, Super Metroid for SNES was a gold standard for any Metroid game. Like it's just
Fair.
It's just what
I can't
was.
be mad at that. I can't be mad
Yeah.
at that. I think the majority of the world would agree with you with that one, but I just it didn't make it. My number 3 was
It is great.
Zelda
It didn't
Link.
make it.
It didn't make it. Didn't make it, bro. It hurts my heart, man. But
Yeah.
Zelda Link to the Past is my number 3.
Whew.
Yeah, that's my number 3. Zelda, that's when Zelda came back into the picture for me, bro. Zelda, like, it's just something. Those games are just obviously goated.
Yeah.
And it's just that whole open world, bro. It's hard to not just completely dive in and fully immerse yourself in a game like that.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. You know what? It's an alpha now because Metroid wasn't on yours. Link to the Past wasn't on mine.
Oh man, bro.
And I had it on my list too. I had it on my list for a hot minute, but it's like it's other shit that's out there too.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
it belongs. Jesus, man, it belongs on my list, right? In an alternate universe,
yeah.
on an alternate universe, Link to the Past, I feel like to this day, other than Ocarina of Time, I feel like that is the best Zelda game.
The Ocarina of Time is the best Zelda game. You're absolutely correct.
Yeah,
for
but no, I thought Link to the Past was.
Oh, you thought Link to the Past was? I thought.
Yeah, but
I
I mean, outside.
Ocarina
I say
of Time
outside of Ocarina of Time, I think Link to the
Oh,
Past
yeah.
was.
Facts.
Yeah. It just the box art was cool looking, and
Yeah, that's
Yeah, that
right.
box
It was cool.
yeah, that box art was selling me. So, damn, I might play that today. Actually,
Yeah,
I might play some Link to the Past today. I got a handheld, a retro handheld. I might rock on that tonight.
you might rock on. Yeah. Good.
Got to hit them
Make
jingles,
up
man.
for that not being on your list, bro.
Yes, I'm gonna have to make up to Link, man.
Yes,
you
there
know.
it is. Okay, what you got for number 3?
Oh, my number 3 was Super Metroid, but my number 2.
Oh yeah. Gotcha. Yeah, number 2.
Yeah, my number 2 is Chrono Trigger.
Chrono Trigger. Yeah, speak on that. I know you
It
got
is
something to say
Chrono Trigger.
about Chrono Trigger.
Chrono Trigger had 12 endings. 12 12. You know what I'm
I
saying?
didn't know that actually.
Yeah, it's like it from the start of the game, depending on what you did in the game, what choices that you made dictated the ending of it, and you had to do
I
certain
didn't know that.
things to get to it. So, and there was a lot of debate between Chrono Trigger and Final Fantasy VI. What is like the greatest RPG or greatest game of all time? And it's always a toss up between them two. And just by it being the first game that had multiple endings, and you had to, and that gave ton of replayability, tons of it, to the point where you were trying to do all the endings, which I still to this day have not done all the endings. So I can go back and play this thing over and over again. Chrono Trigger is belongs up there. It's a little bit above Final Fantasy VI.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Based
Yeah,
off of that,
I
it
agree.
belongs number T. That's if we keep it at a buck, this is what replaced Link to the Past. Because Link to the
Chrono
Past was my
Trigger?
number 2. Yeah, Link to the Past was my number 2. It was. Chrono Trigger took his spot, man. I had to when I tell you I had to sit down and think, and my head was like this right here.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
in the lab. I was in the lab.
Yeah, I was in the lab, bro. I was in the booth cooking, dog.
I was in the booth. You know what I'm saying? I was like,
Yeah, bro. It's hard, bro. It's hard. It's really hard to
Yeah.
come up, Joe. But Zelda Link to the Past,
yeah.
fire. Chrono Trigger, fire. It's hard. I mean, it's definitely a toss up, man. I can see why they're definitely both in our top 3.
But if you keep it in the buck, Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy VI, Secret of Mana, Earthbound, and Link to the Past. All you like Geek Corner, if you never had a Super Nintendo in your life, get all them shits that I just mentioned. All of them. Play all of them. And I guarantee you, after you finish, you'll be like, dang, Earth Smack and Boogie was right.
Yeah.
These shits are goated.
Goated.
Like,
Yeah.
goated.
Goated. I love it, bro.
What's your number 2?
Super Mario World. Super
Okay.
Mario World.
All right. I
mean, that's the groundwork. That's the blueprint.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
blueprint.
Yeah.
Super Mario World was, I think, okay, so there was Super Mario 3, right? And it
Yeah.
was cool because you were able to do you had the raccoon tail, you had all the different variations of Mario.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Make it toe to your choke.
Woo! Excuse me. I don't know what
Yeah.
that was about. Something got caught in my throat.
Yeah.
But the level design, right?
Yeah.
So it's super diverse. The ghost house, the underwater levels, the sky high courses. There was the power ups. I think that was the introduction of the Cape Feather. And Yoshi had new dimensions and the new abilities. The map was super interactive. Yoshi, the soundtrack, the music was fire. And the replay value of it to me is like all of those reasons was like why to me that shit is goated. That shit will be. I think that was a blueprint.
True. And you say that's your number 2. Spoiler alert: my number 1 is Super Mario World.
Yeah.
That is my number 1.
Oh man, that's what's up, bro.
That is my number 1, man. So many memories of Super Mario World. I would say, man, there's a lot. There's a lot of Super Mario games, right?
Yo, that's crazy. That's your number 1, bro. We are in sync on a lot of shit, bro.
Yes.
That's crazy.
I think that's the greatest Mario game ever, man. Like platformer. I feel like that's the best Mario platformer. because I can go back and play every single stage.
Yeah.
Like I can 100% that thing, or I could beat it in less than 20 minutes because we all know where to go. We know
Yeah.
the
Right.
secret. We know the
Exactly.
secret places. So, um, a lot of people had Yoshi's Island because I looked at other people's list
Mhm.
too. I never played Yoshi's Island. Never played it.
I
Never
had played
played
Yoshi
Super Mario
Island. It
RPG
is good.
either. Never played that either. Speaking of
Yeah,
which,
that's a good game.
yeah. So that is my number one for sure. So it's not. It was the flagship bearer for Super Nintendo, and that was really the first game you got when you got a Super Nintendo. Like, if you didn't have Super Mario World for your,
Facts. That's true. That was their flagship too. Yeah, you're right.
yeah.
You're absolutely right about that.
So if you didn't have Super Mario World for your Super Nintendo, what are you doing?
Shit,
Which
you ain't doing shit.
exactly. So
Which it took me a minute, but the shirt is so
oh
appropriate.
yeah, for sure. I wrote it. Yeah, for reasons. For
Yeah,
reasons. I ain't had a
yeah,
Super
yeah, for a
Nintendo
reason.
joint, but gotta
Yeah,
settle it
yeah,
like
yeah.
adults, man.
I like it. And so real quick,
Yeah, what you got?
what is the best Mario game of all time, though? Regardless of console, like which Mario game do you think is the best of all time right now?
Oh, Super Mario World for me.
I think for me it's Odyssey.
Yo, a lot of people say Odyssey is dope. A lot of people is praising Odyssey.
Super Mario
Though.
Odyssey is fire.
I never played Odyssey, so I'm gonna have to knock it
Oh
out.
man, bro,
I gotta
you
switch. I
have
gotta
to
switch. I gotta play Odyssey.
play
But I
Odyssey.
heard so much praise about Odyssey, man. Like so much. But
My number one SNES game all time is NBA Jam.
you, you put it above.
NBA
Oh,
NBA Jam is my favorite SNES game of all time.
yo. Wait,
Now,
hold on. Is it tournament edition or the regular one?
it's I mean probably the regular one.
Okay. Oh my god. Dang.
Yo, and I think it's because that game has sentimental value to me. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like
I
that
feel you.
game, I remember playing that game with all of my childhood friends, bro. Like
Yeah.
we used to sit in there. It doesn't matter whose house it was at. We all had a SNES, bro.
Mm-hmm.
We was rocking that game for hours, bro. That was our shit. Everybody in the building was playing that game, bro. And
Yeah.
that was like to me, when I think about the SNES and I think about that purple lid and everything, the automatic game I think of first is NBA Jam, bro.
See, that's why we said at the beginning of the show, our top 10, man. Our top
Yes.
10. Because it's some stuff that just, when you look at a console, this is the first thing you think about. And,
Yes.
but the SNES is, like, we talked about it a little bit off air. Like, SNES is definitely one of the greatest consoles that ever was created.
Oh yeah. No
And
doubt.
I feel like before we jump on Sega Genesis and our top 10 for Sega Genesis, I feel like next week, man, we gotta do our personal top 10 hidden gems for Super Nintendo.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, some hidden gems, like some some things that some people might not even know much about. You know what I'm saying? That they ain't, that's typically not in their library of things to play. But
Okay.
because I got some gems,
Okay,
I got
can
some
get with
hidden
that.
gems out there.
I could get with that.
Yeah, then we jump in that Sega Genesis tip, man. But damn, Super Nintendo had some gems though. They had some really really good games, and it just can't be duplicated because that was like a golden age for RPGs, like 2D RPGs and stuff like that. Which I found is wild though, because Chrono Trigger is not on the Switch yet, and the Switch been around for like forever. But
Yeah, that is crazy.
that is crazy.
That is
man.
crazy. Chrono Trigger should have definitely been remastered and put on the Switch by now.
Yes, no doubt
That's a
about
violation.
it, man. So
That's a big time violation.
that's a super violation. But we have it. We have it though. Now for old heads, we got it. For you
Yeah.
new heads,
Well,
yeah,
I thoroughly
you
enjoyed
gotta
hearing
hop.
your top 10, bro. That was great. I'll actually I'll
Eh,
post mine in the chat real quick.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do that, do that, do that. I enjoyed yours as well.